2009 Jeep Wrangler. Here's the backstory. Wife and daughter said it's kind of wobbling, trying to run off the road whenever they're driving on the highway. So they asked me to take it down to the alignment shop and put another alignment on it. So I run it down there and they look at it and they come out and say that it looks like my tie rod ends are going bad. So what I'm going to do is lift it up and check myself, because they want to charge me $1,600, but I think I can do it for a lot less. So let's get the front end up off the ground and get underneath and see what it looks like. Real quick, a little bit about Jeep steering geometry. What you have here up above, that's your steering gearbox that's connected to the steering wheel inside the cab of the vehicle. This here's the pitman arm, and this will articulate back and forth. And this is what actually, when you turn your steering wheel, this will move left to right. Now it's connected to this right here. This is a drag link. It's got a ball joint on the end, and this drag link comes all the way down to the right side front tire. Right there. Connects into with another ball joint. As this gearbox turns that pitman arm, this rod will go back and forth, left and right, and that's what moves this wheel right here. Now this tie rod right here is connected from the right side to the left side wheel, and as this right side wheel turns, thanks to the action on the drag link from the pitman arm from the steering gear, this wheel here will turn accordingly, just like the right side. So the left side follows the right side thanks to the tie rod, which is right here. And then right here is a track bar. What this does, it attaches up to the frame right there, comes around and attaches to your front axle, keeps it on track. Now the other thing about this this drag link right here, this adjuster sleeve, if your steering wheel gets off center, all you have to do is loosen these bolts, and you can turn this until your steering wheel is centered again. Kind of along those same lines, this right here is the adjustment sleeve for your toe in on your wheels. And what the toe in and out is, that's basically how your wheels either are pointed inward, straight ahead, or outward. And typically what you want is just a little bit of toe in. That way your vehicle will roll down the highway in a straight line. So I'm checking the tie rod. Now it's supposed to swivel like that, but there is no play in it. Same thing here with the drag link from the pitman arm. There is no movement in it. So I don't think those guys were telling me the truth. I don't think there's anything wrong with my tie rods. Now, after they put an alignment on it, it did drive a little bit better down the highway. So I'm going to leave it, keep an eye on it, make sure nothing gets whacked. I don't know if that made any sense, what I was talking about with the toe end of the wheels and the tires. What that is, toe is how your tires and your wheels are aligned like this. Like I said, you want a little bit of toe in so that the vehicle will track straight down the road. Now there's also camber, which is how your wheels and tires rotate like this, either out or straight up or a little bit inward. Most vehicles you want them straight up and down, and most vehicles they're not adjustable. This way you have the most tire tread touching the road surface. Okay, so you've got your toe, you got your camber. Now you've also got what's called caster. Caster has to do with the relationship of your wheel. Let's say this is your wheel and your suspension. Okay, typically you don't want your wheel lined up exactly with your suspension. Usually it's a little bit forward, just a little bit like that. So this is your wheel, this is your suspension. So you want that just a little bit cocked. That's the caster, how your wheel sits up on top of the axle and the rest of the suspension. That's it, guys. I don't think I need a repair. I was willing to go out and spend $400 or $500 to get the parts and do it myself. It's not that hard. I'll show you real quick how you change this out. Now I'm not gonna have to change it out, but let me show you what you'd have to do. To change out these parts, what you'd have to do is remove this nut and drop down that ball joint. Same thing over here, remove that nut, and that's gonna remove your drag link. All right. Next, you're gonna wanna disconnect that nut to your tie rod end. This is your damper. It's like a little shock absorber right there. You want to loosen that. Drop this ball joint out right there. So it's really 1, 2, 3, 4 joints. Disconnect that, and it all comes down. Put the new parts on. Hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, why don't you go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe right now. Be sure and hit that notification bell. That way you'll get notified each and every time I upload some new content. And if you really did like this video, why don't you share it with your friends? I would appreciate that. You guys have a blessed day. Bye.